storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them. To see the horizon turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
All right. Good morning. Welcome up to the live. Let's go. It's FOMC day. Who's excited out there? The SPY is actually dropping down a little bit today. I don't know who's excited for that, but I am. I definitely am, that's for sure. I'm going to be looking for more of a drop-off here, of course, just like yesterday. The chat wasn't working today. There we go. East Bay. What's up, Steve? Mr. Under the Sea, Black Flower, Carl, Jake, Brain, Xavier, Mr. Woo. How we doing? Chaos in Japan. Daddy J-Pow coming to see us today? Hell yeah. He'll be out here. He'll be here to say F your calls. J-Pow has you by the balls. I don't know who gave J-Pow that saying, but it's pretty funny.
Here we go.
Boeing, checking on them this morning. Pulling back ever so slightly. Good morning, my views. TMC, first things first on the watch list, up 13% already. Very nice green action. First couple minutes. Glad to see that going on again. SMR up 2%, but pulling back at open. Good morning, Christian. I figured right off the bat today we would start up a poll. Throw up the Mag 7 while I make it up. Oh, SPY, yeah, a little negative action today under 598. A couple red 1 minute candles. Let's see. Just making this up real quick. All right, here we go. Voted up. Will Powell / FOMC help the market sell off, or will Powell / FOMC be positive overall for the market? Curious to see what we think. Positive overall, negative overall, neutral, or I don't know. Just curious whether you think the market's going to move up overall from that or down. Looking at Microsoft today. Are we getting a head and shoulders pattern going on here? Kind of looks like it. It's pretty close. At the end of the day, I guess we'd call it triple top if we didn't want to get too technical. Pretty good sell-off there, though, initially. Gotta give it there. NVIDIA, pretty nice pullback. I could see it pulling back more here. Down under like 143. I could actually see 140 testing again soon. Maybe not today, but definitely in the short term. Got my keys here. Throw those over there. Watch this. TMC still moving higher. No way. All right. Pretty good action by TMC today. Go check Solar Edge. Solar stocks have been wild. They had that nasty sell-off yesterday morning. Kind of coming back a little bit today, but still something to watch for, in my opinion. Rally Runner up another 60%. RELI. Rally. We like that. Reliance Global Group. Ooh, let me turn on my box down there. 58% by Rally. Holy shit. No kidding. Rally keeps it going. A lot of it was last night and after hours, but it does seem to be pointing higher here today. Like to see that. Pretty good action so far. Checking on the oil stocks. Oxy starting to move slightly. That's good to see. ZOM. Nice green action. Okay. Christian says Tesla. TSLA. Ooh. Really good bounce by Tesla at 315 support. That's a pretty big level. Let's look at it on the book map. I was looking at that yesterday. See how there was a lot of buyers stacked up and then they filled? I thought that was a pretty good level yesterday for Tesla. It would be good to see it hold again today. There is quite a bit of buyers stacked up there. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Cornish posting up pictures of J-Pow in the discussion. That's pretty funny. Good old J-Pow. Tesla's holding its ground really well. That's going to make it a little tough for the SPY to just die. Let's go look at the Mag 7 setup. Yeah, very nice recovery by SPY since Tesla started ripping. Looks like a lot of the Mag 7 really recovered up at one time, but as happens from time to time. Drinking on the grape Gatorade today. Gotta hydrate for Powell. Jerome Powell. There's like a 99% chance of a rate pause at this meeting. Looks like there's an 85% chance of a pause at the next meeting, too. It keeps going more and more towards a pause at the next meeting rather than a cut, which is kind of strange. Kind of sucks to see in my eyes. I know September's been priced in for a cut for a little while. I'm a little worried, like, if the market does double top and the SPY starts to fall a bit more, we might start to see more prospects for pausing. Wow, Tesla really ripping higher. 320.60. Nice pre-market break. Broke pre-market highs there. That's awesome. TMC kept it going. 22%, Zach said. The metals company. Now that's badass. Seeing lots of interesting news today. OpenAI starts selling ChatGPT at a discount, hurting Microsoft, apparently. Definitely not the best thing to hear if that hurts Microsoft. Not if you're a Microsoft fan, anyhow. Give me just 1 second here. Throw up the Mag 7 one more time. Man, Tesla coming back alive. 321. Wow, 1.4%. The recovery has been awesome here. It broke above 320 and everything. Pretty awesome there. All right. See how that poll's looking here. 29 votes. Don't forget to get your votes in. It's a very close poll. Positive and negative are tied right now. So I'll tell you what, it's almost a three-way tie. I've never really seen that before. Yeah, I've never even seen something like this on our poll, but seriously, through 31 votes, it just was a three-way tie. That's pretty insane. Pretty crazy. Marvel moving higher, 8.4%. I know a lot of people have been mentioning this one this morning. Little chip stock. Pretty big. ASTS, 3.5%. Another nice move today. Saw them starting to downtrend a little bit yesterday. Today, I love the way that they held 40 there in pre-market. That looks really strong. Really strong action by them. Big Bear. Oracle tried to move higher. Been keeping them on the radar. You know, they had that big jump a couple days ago on Friday. So I'm definitely keeping them on the prospect for a watch, for a jump. Little double top this morning in pre-market. Back to Tessie. Continues to go, 321.50. How far will Reddit go? Whoa, Reddit. 4.3% up to 140. What do we think? The high of yesterday? 140 might be a pretty good resistance right here. Nice whole dollar level for him. Good exit levels for Tesla. I don't really have an exact level here for you. I think that you could start to look at, let's say, some candlesticks. If you start to see like a candlestick turnaround, I think that would be a bad sign for you. What I mean by that is, like, let's say that we're looking at like a 1 minute or like a 3 minute chart. If you start to see the candlestick break below the previous candle's low, I would see that as a pretty bad sign on these like 3 minute charts. For now, it's trending up really well. I mean, I would love to take profits closer to 324, 325 if I had to get like technical with some levels, my views, but if you could like hold a couple up to there, it'd be pretty nice. Might not get there though. That's why I like to look at overall momentum. No problem. Nvidia down barely in the red, almost up to break even now. Bit of weird at price action this morning. Straight off drop at open, small recovery. Anything big here? Israel Air Force destroys Iran's international security headquarters. Or sorry, Iran's internal security headquarters. Iran's location of near bomb-grade uranium is unclear. Looking around for more Iran updates, of course. A lot of craziness coming from that. Go back to Tessie again. SPY is slowly but surely moving up. This is the biggest red candle of Tesla's little uptrend here. Doesn't mean the trend's totally over, but a little worrying. The top. Again, that's for if you're an ultra short-term trader. Nvidia running up to resistance again. That pre-market support will act as resistance now. Close to 144.30, 144.40. Somewhere right around this range. Yeah, if it's a three-way tie, then I don't know wins. That's honestly true, Chaos. Hopefully we get some more votes going on that. Oh yeah, unconditional surrender. I heard that part. That was pretty big. Even threw that in yesterday's video. At this point, I don't even think Powell himself knows what he's going to do. Yeah. I don't either. I think he knows what he's going to do this time. I don't know about the future, though. Now he probably doesn't want to do any rate cuts, literally because of Trump. It's kind of funny. If you think about it, now he's going to be like, well, I don't want to cut. And make it look like Trump pushed me over. 144.50 resistance coming up on Nvidia. It's right around a good pre-market level, though. Looking great. Very nice 1-minute candles. It's helping the SPY, too. SPY actually held my 597.60, 597.50 support. Holding for now. Zooming out and looking at the SPY setup a little bit, let's say, more technically. We're looking at some trend lines in the short term. SPY did break under here, which was a really good sign. This hit and move under $600 today was crucial. Now, SPY could always end up, breaking out and back above here. Don't get me wrong. Definitely not what I'm looking for in the short term. If we do get that coming through today, that would be where I look to adapt to the upside and start to, let's say, play a $600 breakout up towards, let's say, 601.50, 601 maybe. Quick scalps up, right? Maybe look at some momentum there. Of course, maybe some people were trying to snipe it off support here. I wouldn't play around with that too much today. Next time that support tests, I would be very worried of a breakdown myself. Might not come before Powell, but it's exactly what I'm looking at, Chaos in Japan. As it moves up, we're definitely going to be watching the trend, and we're going to be watching $600 again as crucial resistance. We could end up seeing another rejection back down. Obviously, right now, though, not the case with Mag 7 doing well. Meta actually pushing up over $700 again. That was a pretty crucial level for them today. They're right at it. Getting above it a little bit. You do, Chaos. I could see that happening. It's possible. Right now, it's at 14.5%. I could see it going up. It was actually at 25% a week ago. Yeah, Sean said keep a VIX chart by you. I do gotta say, I like the way SPY's moving up here. It's definitely pretty good to the upside, but just be wary of resistance if you are going to try to play that. I think it could hit and reject somewhere soon. Looking at Nvidia, got right to that good pre-market resistance and slowed down a little bit. Right here is like where the sell-off started to happen this morning. It makes sense that it would have some reaction here. Can Apple break out, Mr. Wu asks. There goes Nvidia. Right back through. Reacted a little bit. Still looking pretty good. It's a nice candle. Getting it right back through that resistance. Oh, maybe it'll make a push here. The high of pre-market would be pretty crazy to come test again. Sean said it bounced right off yesterday's close. Looking at the SPY here. Yeah, SPY did too, yeah. All right, here we go. Trend line coming up into play. See if the SPY gets through here or not. Looks pretty bullish today. Off that support, but if it does push through 600, I'd be pretty starstruck. Maybe Trump will announce that we're not going to get in or something, and a SPY will pop. Could be something wild like that. You don't know. Here we go. Little reaction on the trend so far. See if it has a true rejection coming in here or not. Ooh. Ooh, that was kind of a good extension down. Little reaction at least. Big resistance there. Tesla actually slowed down a little bit. They actually got pretty close to 324, 325 resistance. Very close, within like 40 cents of 324. This pullback doesn't look too bad yet. I would say SPY is just reacting now more than having a major rejection yet, but obviously we'll see as time goes forward. Might not be a bad spot for some put opportunities if you are looking for those. The risk reward is there. You know, if we start to see a major rip up and past here, you can exit pretty quickly, I would say. Uh-oh. Trump just came out and said a whole bunch of shit about Powell. Yeah, Trump just came out and said Powell's not a smart guy and that the Fed needs to lower interest rates. Said we would buy debt for a lot less. Apparently he was speaking to reporters at the White House saying this. When is Apple's Liberation Day? Is that like an event that they have coming up, John? I haven't heard of that. Ooh, Sean said, do we dip by Peloton? I don't know, Sean. Sean, this looks worrying, man. I personally wouldn't. I don't think it's worth the risk myself. Definitely worried about it coming down to like fill the gap or something along those lines. I don't love the chart setup either. Man, Sean, yeah, I don't think so this time. Of course, trust your gut. I would say if this recent low breaks, that would be pretty rough. There is big support coming up on the daily, though, there. SPY still just sitting here at the trend. Slowing down a lot. Trump said that we should be 2 points lower on the interest rates right now. How's VIX looking? I know it's been dipping a lot today, down 6%, but it can change at the blink of an eye intraday if the SPY starts to turn over harder. Trump said Powell probably won't cut today. Duh. Yeah, he probably won't. I wonder if he will, though. That would be funny. They just posted Trump said it'd be nice to be 2.5 points lower. Wow. They reported 2 points and then came out with 2.5. Wow. Would be nice to be 2.5 points lower. Wow. He's saying a whole lot right now. Quad U's is moving up. 1.96% today. SMR was pretty hot too. Slowed down a little bit, but how's Oklo in that sector? NNE maybe? NNE's all right. URA is pointing up. UEC. Yeah, uranium's looking pretty good today. I like it. Better than nuclear. Uranium specifically is popping off. UUU looks pretty good on the daily too. Still continuing up nice. Nice stair steps to the upside. Pretty good. Great PA. Love to see it. Trump said, I will wait until Powell gets out, then go long term, he said. Trump said, maybe I should go to the Fed? Hang on. No way he said that. Trump said, we have a tremendous appetite for our debt. Okay. Let's see if I can turn this on. Nope. Can't see it, but SPY is starting to turn over a bit more. Starting to look pretty solid. I like it. I like it. I like it. Good rejection off the trend. Starting to play out pretty well here. Yeah, this is a big spot for SPY here. 599.50. Let's look at Mag 7 again real fast. Starting to get a bit of turnover out of some of these. Got some water now that our Gatorade's gone. Trump said he can't say whether or not the U.S. will strike Iran. He said, I may or I may not. There we go. He said, Iran wants to negotiate. Why didn't they before? Trump said Iran has a lot of trouble. He says that they want to negotiate now, but they should have done it before. Yeah, he's saying a lot, Steve. I wish I had it live for you guys, but... Trump even said Iran suggested that they come to the White House. Haha. Sean said, you don't have to tell your enemy what you're going to do. Nope. You don't. SPY just got through a big trend, though. 599.50 broke. Let's see if 600 comes into play. $600 about to touch, guys. On the SPY, the bulls got through the trend line there. If 600 breaks to the upside, we might have to adapt a little bit. Oh boy. Trump said he spoke to Putin and Putin offered to mediate on Iran. Interesting. It seems like the SPY is like this for the most part from what we've seen, but I don't know. Trump could say something else. SPY's also at a wild point. It's still under 600, so... Oil started selling off a little bit. Not as bad as I thought, Tangi. Trump's been speaking for a few minutes, Tangi, but it's not I don't think he necessarily caused the big oil sell-off. Trump said unconditional surrender means I've had it. I'm sorry for those of you that are sick of hearing these updates. There's just so many coming out. I don't want us to miss something here. He should show up with pizzas. That was so funny, Steve. Did you guys hear about that? That the Pentagon, people look at pizza buying to see if, like, the Pentagon is going crazy or not. Kind of weird. The Pentagon of all things. With pizza. It makes sense, though. Working late, they buy more pizzas? Yeah. I was gonna say, Tangi, I've heard of weird things before. Like, see, that's data on pizza, right? Like, it's showing the pizza. I've also seen data with, like, you know, like recessions related to, like, strip clubs and casinos and cigarettes and, you know, like, weird things. Like, I've seen a lot of weird data out there like that. The real Pizzagate. Yeah. It was funny we talked about that yesterday, and then the pizza got brought up. Look at SPY trying to hold this as support here. A lot of reaction here at this trend line. It might not hold it. This is a big spot for SPY. It's a good bounce, though, by SPY. It's holding pretty well. Holding well for now. You like this one the best, Sloshy? Glad to hear that. Tesla hit right on 325 resistance now. Ooh, if Tesla starts to turn over pretty hard at 325, that might apply some pressure onto SPY. Right at 600. Let's see what Apple and a couple of these other tech stocks are looking like. Little pullback starting. Microsoft seems to be in a weird setup today. There are some red coats sitting at 600 on the book map. Sorry, just down some water there. Well, yeah, there are some sellers stacked up. Quite a few, actually. About 5,000. I guess it's not the most ever, but quite a bit. If we see like Microsoft start to sell off under here, along with Apple's pullback around 200. Oh, Apple's close to 200 bucks. That would be a, I guess they're fairly far whenever you look at it intraday. That would be a pretty good rip up there before a pullback, but let's look at Mag 7 closer. SPY's right on 600. Besides that trend line touch earlier, if there was a point for puts, it'd probably be right now for an entry. As it's close to 600. That way, if it breaks out, you can sell out quick. The poll is still overwhelmingly close, guys. Get your votes in. 53 votes. We have 80 viewers. We should have at least like 80 votes. Also, like it up while you're at it. Like up the stream. I will be live for the FOMC event later on today. FOMC interest rate decision coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be live like 10 to 15 minutes early for that one. So be ready close to 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be posting it up in the Discord, of course. And it'll be here on YouTube, obviously. We'll have the man, the myth, the legend live. Jerome Powell will be coming out, gracing us with his presence. So we should have 80 likes. Yes, Ryan. Sean said, do it and let the English see. Uh-oh, Apple broke out. Does that mean SPY is pushing 600? It's very close. There we go. 600 coming up. Just touched it. The hell, Bookmap? Will it wipe the sell wall? Ooh, look at that big stack of buyers come in there. Look at that huge stack of buyers come in at like $599.50. Wow. It's quite a few. It's having a lot of trouble though at 600. We're probably going to get something where it just either shoots through it or just shoots down really quickly like a big candle. Let's see. There we go, shooting through $600. At least a little bit. Let's see if the 1 minute candle can sustain itself above here or not. If it sustains itself, that'll be pretty crazy. If there's an immediate turnover here, then I don't think we need to adapt too quickly. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to sustain it pretty well. SPY is really resilient today. I'm surprised with everything going on. Maybe the SPY liked a lot of Trump's comments about the possibility of you know, Iran and negotiation, maybe. All right, here we go with the SPY. This is our next candle. If this candle ends up like flying down through 600 again, that'd be a bit worrying. Bit worrying for me, but this is a crucial spot for the SPY. I did see some stuff with gold cards. He has some gold cards, Steve. It allows these companies to essentially, like, you pay like $5 million, or I believe it is, per gold card. And it allows a company to have like visas for like foreign workers or foreign students are allowed to work for the company, something along those lines. Trump, when asked about Iran's leader, said, "Good luck." Look how slow SPY got here. It's not really like ripping through 600 by any means. It got through there, but it's not really like very explosive or anything of that nature. Brain said their leader's cooked. Probably so. I've heard a lot of crazy stuff. How they I've seen a lot of crazy stuff with Iran. You guys should check out how they like do their death to America things and move into a small flat with Assad and the previous president of Ukraine. Assad. I wonder where Assad is nowadays. My God, some of these pictures of Powell in the Discord are so funny. They have Powell jogging, getting ready for this with a purple suit, purple robe. AMD calls, CM said. SPY's holding that 600 though pretty well. AMD calls might not be a bad way to go with everything pointing up here. Nvidia just hit 145 resistance. Apple's ripping. Ripping with Apple. Let's see Microsoft out there on that wedge earlier. Wow, they held and started breaking the wedge to the upside. Pretty nice move so far. Not that it has to hold, but it did okay. SPY continues to show its resilience. Kind of groundbreaking here on the SPY. Now, we are testing this next trend line on the SPY. I mean, do I expect a ton of reaction here? No. Is it possible that we see some? Maybe. This next trend line will be pretty huge. Let's go look at AMD again, CM. AMD just broke above that 128.90, 129 resistance, starting to break. Not terrible. There is resistance from pre-market coming up, though, which is a bit worrying if you were holding calls here. It does seem slightly overextended from its low of day. Market is going, though, so there could be some momentum to catch. Qualcomm seems to be trying to point up. Livewire with some V-shapes. LVWR. Did Livewire have a... Did it halt today? Let me go check. Or did it just have no real volume? Okay, just no real volume is all it was. Definitely moves like a pretty crazily though. Looking at the daily chart, it's had some great price action. From its low to the recent high, it was up 780%, which is nice. Now, granted, if you caught it down there, I think something's wrong with you. Or you knew something, one or the other. It bounced right off $1, though. Kind of weird. Trump said his National Security Council meeting was good. Ooh, Trump told Israel's Netanyahu to keep going. That's the newest headline that I just saw. He tells Netanyahu to keep going. SPY getting up through the trend. Close to 601 now. Wow. That recovery was nice today. I'll tell you what, SPY looked pretty damn bullish ever since that support bounce this morning. It just had a really bullish look to it. In the overall setup, we see this setup happen quite often where there'll be a gap up and like a little pullback like that for a rip. My question is like, did we actually get through some of these crucial levels and the SPY got it done? I'm pretty surprised that like we broke 600 so easily. Again, maybe Trump's talk got it through, but Trump said he speaks to Netanyahu every day as well. Ever since that keep going comment, SPY has pulled back a little bit. Not that it's a lot yet, but I feel like that's a pretty bold statement that he came out and said that he told the guy to keep doing it, keep going. Got you, Brain. That's kind of what I was looking at, too, for the V. With LVWR. In my own mind, that's what I was looking at, too, was the move right here. It almost looks like a check mark. Checks over stripes. That's what we like. I don't know how the song goes. I remember that being a lyric, though. Maybe Harley Davidson's buying him Hog? That's hilarious. HOG actually pulling back quite a bit, Hog. Kind of surprised to see it pull back so much. This big money play is about to end. Honestly, not the best one that time. Wonder if they shorted those. Take that one off. Check out Tessie. Consolidating pretty hard here on the daily. Sitting right at that 325 resistance. Thought maybe SPY would get it through. See SPY on the 1 minute again. Big slowdown here at 601 and that trend. Every time it's done this lately today, though, it's broken out. We'll see if it can do it again. Trump asked if he told Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu that U.S. would help more. He said no. Okay. How many is Trump gonna quit talking? Holy shit. What do you guys think? Do you think that the market is kind of just shrugging that off because how Iran is possibly looking to negotiate? They left the UK last night towards the Middle East. They already have jets and a fuel craft in the region. You're talking about US, right, Brian? Yeah, I got you. You're surprised by that, Brain? I feel like this is the type of stuff Trump's good at. If I was gonna have to pick some qualities that might be good for a leader and some that are bad, I feel like this type of stuff he's pretty good with. TSLA 325 resistance, pretty big. I remember the last time he was in, he did multiple strikes and did like a Moab even, like a bunker buster, or I believe they called it a Moab at the time. Ryan. BAC 45. 1.72% today by Bank of America. The banks are on fire. Look at the heat map a little bit. Yeah, look at how the banks are definitely a big bright spot today. JP Morgan really killing it. 2.6% is pretty good for them. Oh, I got you, Brain. I'm talking specifically more of like war-related stuff, personally. I didn't know you meant the whole thing. Yeah, JPM up to 277 here. Man, JP Morgan, that is insane. Very straight up. While we're seeing things like Tesla and others get stuck, Nvidia's powering through 145 as well. Man, the Mag 7 today is really fueling that SPY. It's helping. Look at them all pointing higher here. Looks like we got some weird glitch candles, glitch prints on Amazon and Microsoft here on Thinkorswim. Let me go check Microsoft on here just to make sure. Oh, you know what? Maybe it wasn't a glitch. A few minutes ago, 477.30 is where it extends to on here. On Thinkorswim, it goes all the way down to 474. Holy shit. It shows up on TradingView but doesn't go as far. That's crazy. I wonder if there was like a real print. Go check Amazon really quick. They had one too. I just wanted to see the extent of it on here. Man. Those are some crazy candles. Crazy wicks. I think that there'd be more volume on the candle if it was true. Amazon had some, but... They need a couple of those to reach the deepest compound in Iran. I'm not sure if they can go 60 meters under. I can't remember there. I would doubt it. How deep can a Moab penetrate the ground? Let's see. It says... It says that they can go in about 40 meters before exploding. Wow, that's not bad. Half their weight was due to cast high tensile steel casing necessary for penetrating the ground up to 40 meters before exploding. Okay. I don't know if it could get through there and destroy it or not, but... So it was called the GBU-43B. Apparently now there's a GBU-57EB that might be even, like, bigger. Apparently they don't know if it can do it or not. I guess they could test. Would think that they could test it. Yeah, Brain. We've been posting about that on the nightly videos. I don't know if you've been checking those out or not, but we've been talking about those tankers flying to Europe and for like 2 days. Don't know if you happened to catch them or not. Last night, we put up the one with the tankers again, and we even looked at the new military jets kind of getting over there. Yeah, it's all good. I didn't mean it like that. I just was saying we had been looking. Pretty cool. Palantir 139 resistance overhead. Oh, yeah. The F-35s were flying around with an air refueling tanker. Yeah. There's a picture Brain posted. Interesting formation. Jerome Powell's going to be fun later today. Don't forget, we'll be live again for JP around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Probably around like 1:45. Go live 15 minutes early. Circle shares are up. The U.S. passed a stablecoin bill. Was that this morning? Did that get them popping, or did they just pass it? I just saw Walter Bloomberg post it, who usually posts stuff pretty quick. Oh man, Tangy Man, you in here? Yeah, that makes sense, Tangy. I mean, there's a lot that goes in. Tangy, I don't know if you saw crude. Wow. Started selling off quite a bit there. We're actually 10 minutes delayed on crude here, which sucks. I just realized I always forget that TradingView started doing that bullshit. Gotta bring crude up on Thinkorswim here. That's why I didn't see it earlier. So out by the skin of your teeth, lost 22 cents. Man, EIA crude oil inventories were actually negative 11 million versus a forecast of negative 2 million, Tangy. Look at this headline. Got some inventory data. Man, that was a big difference. Yeah, I saw that just hit. I was like, oh man, Tangy. Figured I'd throw that one out there for you. Since that's delayed, we'll just stick away from futures there. Only go to TOS form now. Tesla's still stuck very slow at resistance. Unfortunately, SPY still kind of consistently running up here today. Nvidia looks exactly like the SPY, just straight up. I can't believe how resilient Circle is. CRCL. TradingView's lagging on me. Very resilient. 8.3 on the daily. I mean, it's so good to see an IPO and continue up. We don't see that on IPOs all the time, of course. Of course, each one can be different, but it really is insanely resilient here. Getting close to 170 now. I could see it hitting that in the short term, actually, you know, continuing. Like, I could see an extension up above here somewhere. I don't think it's going to sustain itself like this, but for now, very solid. Whoa, SMCI is stuck. This is insane. How many touches on resistance? Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen so much resistance in my life. This is insane. I can't even believe this. Yeah, that's a big level on SMCI. Very close to like 44.30. They're going east. I thought you said west. That was a funny episode going treasure hunting. Yeah, chill. I've watched so much SpongeBob. You gotta change the W for Wumbo. That's cool. Me Wumbo, you Wumbo. That's awesome, chill. It's still on, too. It's kind of funny. Looking at the news headlines, nothing really crazy hitting right now. Schumer asked Trump for a briefing for all 100 senators. Oh, yeah, they were. I don't know, like, where I'd have a cutoff at. Maybe, like, 2011 or something. Sloshy. Weenie Hut General. I ate nails this morning without any milk. I can't believe that. Go check Citigroup here. Man, the banks are just so hot. They are getting to the point where they're probably going to turn over intraday now. But gotta say, great moves by him today. Palantir waking up, I'm seeing in the Discord. Great movement by Palantir. Pushing up towards 140. Big resistance from the day. Not a bad look, though. Not a bad look at all. Chill's adding nails to the protein shake today. I always wish that somebody would come out with like a kelp shake. Do you guys remember that kelp shake episode? Man, I really want him to come out with that. I thought Wendy's was going to do it whenever they came out with their Krabby Patty. It's too bad that Wendy's Krabby Patty had to suck, man. They had potential and they made it like a normal burger and it wasn't very good. I think if they would have done like the thicker patty on there, it would have been better.
No, there ain't no stopping us.
My diet Dr. Kelp. Krusty Krab pizza. I saw Steve post something about the pizza this morning with the how the Pentagon orders pizza, and I was thinking of the SpongeBob pizza episode. Brain says, are we saying that it's protein shake time? Yes. I guess it is protein shake time. Go get it in. We'll go do our quick protein shake intermission. I agree, Mason. I think McDonald's would have done a much better job. Hell, even Burger King, I think, would have done better. They picked, like, no offense, I don't know, one of my least favorites. Not that I hate Wendy's, but if I had to pick which burgers were better, I don't know. Be right back. You could call it the McPizza.
Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I'd be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't shining like it's neon, rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shoot. Yeah, shoot. Yeah,
All right, we are back. We're back. What if the whole time Tom said he's been drinking protein shakes, he's just been drinking milkshakes? Oh my god. That'd be terrible. I'll be honest with you, this thing actually tastes like a freaking milkshake. I'll be honest with you. It's like GNC Amp XXX in chocolate. This seriously tastes like a freaking... I can't believe how good it tastes, actually. It kind of blows my mind. All right, we're going to down it real quick. I'm going to mute my mic, though. Spare you guys the sound. You've had it? It's a thick one? Maybe that's why I think it tastes like a milkshake. All right, there we go. I don't right now, Ryan, but I keep wanting to. I think I would need to do a cleanse before I started that or something, though, Ryan. SPY's consolidating like really hard here at the top of this trend line. Sitting right around 601. Of course, we have the man, the myth, the legend coming out here. Yeah, Mason. Yeah, I think you need to drink a lot of water. Don't be having any beers while you're on the creatine either. Citrulline. I used to have some of that too. Chill. Doesn't that give you like a good pump? L-citrulline, isn't it? I used to take some of that a while ago. No, I'm not jacked at all, Ryan. I'm not jacked at all. I look skinny as hell, man. I weigh like 130 pounds, and I'm 5'11". Tesla up to 325. Looking through some growth stocks here today. Gonna go check ASTS, maybe SMR. Look through some of these setups. Find something here that has some better action going on. NNE might break out to a new high of the day. $36 about to come in. That's right, Mason. That's right. I want no one to know. TMC ended up 28%. It was even better at the high of the day. My God. The metals company. Blink Charging popped up 11%. Now, this stock has been terrible. I don't know if you guys have checked in on Blink Charging in a while. Unfortunately, I knew a few people that invested in this, and they got destroyed. That makes Bradley Martin look small. Shit, man, that guy's a brick shithouse. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Hunter in the StockedUp community is pretty fucking ripped himself. He actually has done like bodybuilding competitions and shit. On some real shit. Just get some anchor arms. That's exactly what I need, Chill. Exactly what I need. You know what they should do? Oh my God, guys, I just came up with an idea. Holy shit. Guys, you know how they have Ozempic and they have Wegovy? They should come up with one that makes you gain weight. And then they should call it anchor arms. Chill. That was pretty funny how they had the ladies one on there. I didn't understand that. It's called cheesecake? Oh no. Wouldn't that be sick though? Like, what if they made like a pill or like a shot that you took and it like made you gain a whole bunch of weight? Not that it would make you fat necessarily, like. Well, I guess I'm thinking of like steroids or something. I don't know. It sounds kind of like that, I guess. But like without working out. You know, without working out. Yeah. It would be something I definitely wouldn't want to take, Mason, because it would scare the hell out of me for sure. Just eat the food here and you'll get there, Wade said. That's the thing, I can't eat the food. You guys keep saying that, like I could just go out here and eat a whole cake. I weigh 130 pounds for a reason. Yeah, I can't believe that my sister takes that stuff. My one sister takes Ozempic, and I can't believe it, guys. I mean, it works. She lost like 50 pounds or 60 pounds or something crazy. It's insane. She looks totally different, too. I'm always worried she's going to have a problem, though. Yeah. That's what sucks about it, Mason. I don't, it's hard for me to put myself into that. I hate that feeling. I just hate that feeling, you know? Like, I could, like, work out to the point of exhaustion where, like, my muscles are cramping and I can't do it no more. I'm cool with that, but, like, that feeling of, like, the fullness and everything. Fast metabolism, gang. That's right. Chill, I had a personal... not a personal trainer, but I hired somebody to do my macros for me. And they told me I need to have 3,500 to 4,000 a day. And I was like, well... I know we talk about it on here like maybe once every couple months, but... more of whenever Spy gets stuck in these flat zones. Like how it is right now. Very stuck at 601. Chill aim for 3,500 a day. I wonder why. You know, I used to have some stuff go on whenever I was playing baseball. I used to have like a really bad like mental block where like I would never eat before I played baseball. So I would like almost starve myself before the game, if that made sense. Not starve myself, but like if there was dinner, I would want to eat my dinner after the game, if that made sense, rather than before. That probably screwed me as a kid. My parents shouldn't have allowed that. Bank of America pulling back $45. Let's go back to NNE, which had some fun action earlier. Still making new high of the day. Nice. Just extended out on this 1 minute candle. Perfect. NNE up 8% here. We're going to keep a continuation going. It just broke. Maybe it gets to 37. That'd be a nice push to the next resistance here. It's actually double top there already. Very nice. Theoretically, they could do the reverse to shorten the half-life and lower someone's metabolism. That's what they should do, Zachary. Yeah, like they should do something like that. No, I'm just kidding. They just need to make a pill that'll make me hungry. That's really all we need. I like this poll today, though. 74 votes, and it's a very close poll. Will Powell/FOMC help the market sell off, or will Powell/FOMC be positive overall for the market? We ended up with 74 votes, which was a pretty good showing. If you have not gotten your votes in yet, definitely get it in. Get those votes in. Last minute votes. Mason, everyone says that. They're like, you're going to lose your metabolism in your 30s and then wish it was back. Yeah. Everyone's telling me that. NNE 8.4, still going. 36.30 now. Very nice extension. Nano-nuclear. Sounds like Iran might want to negotiate. That's what I heard when Trump was speaking there. There was a ton of Trump headlines a little while ago, and the SPY started moving up. And I think it's mainly on that. They said that they want to negotiate now. Although Trump said they should have done it before, but...
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
That's what the devil's lettuce is for, Zachary says. The devil's lettuce. CRWV CoreWeave. Up 1%, up towards 175, 176 resistance. CoreWeave actually came back really well off that bottom. That 166.50 support, I should say. I would doubt that it breaks through 175 super easily here, but it could be possible. Check in on the banks a little bit. Sean has Tilray floating around, he said.
Lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always
The
take
Tilray.
a stand.
Speaking of Tilray, you know, I know that they've been dead lately.
The land
Has it been getting worse? Ooh, it has. It has been getting worse. CGC tried to hold up recently, but nothing too great. MSOS, which is a big US cannabis ETF, has gotten extremely low too. It actually did start to bounce a little today. Funny enough. Too bad they don't put anything in the big, beautiful bill about MJ. I saw a few negatives about MJ recently. Apparently they were going to review the Biden admin's rescheduling process and cited like mental health concerns and things like that, so that's great. Run's coming back up a bit, Ryan said. RUN. Sunrun. Every time I say RUN, the ticker, I think of that stupid joke that all those kids used to make. But yeah, 6%. Nice breakout above the high a day. 612. Good to see it breaking. Pretty nice action, though. Nice, consistent back up. That sell-off yesterday was just massive. Enphase with the same exact pattern. I guess being in solar, you know, makes sense, but for solar, not too bad. Sloshy knows. Kroger and Walmart are queried by Senator on the effects of tariffs. Kroger and Walmart were queried by the Senator. Okay. Thought about buying some leaps on it yesterday. Elon's always posting things about solar being better than nuclear. I do think that solar has a lot of really cool capabilities. Here's the cool shit with solar, Ryan. You know, it's like, I think that the reason why it's better for some people is that, let's just say that you have like a farm, right? And you don't want to live like on the grid, let's say. You could just have like a solar panels, you know, and like literally like a big battery thing, and you know, just live on your farm and not really worry about anything unless your system breaks, then then you got a problem. But I do think that like stuff like that is more of where I think solar comes into play a lot more. Personally, nuclear energy seems like something that makes a lot of sense to power like big cities and things of that nature. I feel like it would take a lot of solar to do that, unless you made like everybody have a solar, but again, if everyone had one, I don't think that that would be terrible, personally. I don't think it would ever happen, though. You'd have to have, like, a king. The king would have to declare that everybody put solar on your roof now. That would be what has to happen. In the U.S., no one would ever do that. QQQ 532.50. You've seen people make them out of CDs? Seriously? I've never seen that, but that's interesting. I've never heard of anything like that. So 74 votes. We're going to call it there. 31% neutral wins. Neutral wins the vote with positive overall, coming slightly behind. Pretty big showing, though, on the vote. 74 votes, quite a few. Thanks for voting it up. For those of you that did. If you didn't, we're going to have to get you with some Greta.
How dare you!
Critical minerals are the future. Mineral stocks jumping TMC, MP, OPEX. Or OMEX, I should say. Odyssey Marine Exploration. Never heard of this one. OMEX. All right. TMC makes sense. MP. Wow. I know they've been good the past few days. MPC with energy, but MP materials 6%. I know, right, Chill? It never does. But all right, guys, we're going to call the stream there. I appreciate you guys for joining up today. Of course, as always, don't forget, we will be live for the man, the myth, the legend, Jerome Powell, here later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you set up your alarms. He'll be speaking at 2:30, and we'll go live for the interest rate decision, too. We're going to need a hero later today. We need a hero. All right, see you guys.